I mean, what the hell? What the hell? So I said to myself that I would try and watch as many new movies as I possibly could and talk about them for you guys. But talking about Crimes of the Future today, directed by David Cronenberg, which is a really, really good start, by the way. David Cronenberg has also given you some great films like A History of Violence and Eastern Promises, both of which star Viggo Mortensen, who's also in this movie along with Leah Seydoux and Kristen Stewart. And that's, honestly, this movie should have been great given this lineup of talent. But walking out of this theater, I was pretty shocked, and not in a good way. But okay, let's start at the beginning. As the human species adapts to a synthetic, dystopian environment, the body undergoes new transformations and mutations. Accompanied by his partner, celebrity performance artist Saul Tenser, played by Viggo Mortensen, showcases the metamorphosis of his organs. All the while, a mysterious group tries to use Saul's notoriety to shed light on the next phase of human evolution. First of all, you gotta give credit to David Cronenberg where it's due. This is a very solidly directed feature film. His shot composition is staggering, and I gotta give him credit for throwing in some really nice one-takes here and there. This allows the actors to really shine, especially Kristen Stewart, who I thought was the strongest aspect in the acting department. And this guy has proven in the past that he can make some really, really good feature films like The Fly and A History of Violence. But man, I never want to sit through Crimes of the Future ever again, because number one, this movie has such a clumsy, unbalanced pace to it. The first 5 to 10 minutes of the movie are absolutely gut-wrenchingly horrific, and then it switches gears into introducing Viggo Mortensen and Leah Seydoux and their characters and what they do for a living. And I don't know how to describe this, but I'll let you put two and two together when I say this much. I knew watching this film that I was in trouble very early on when Kristen Stewart said this line verbatim: "Surgery is the new sex." I shit you not. And that's pretty much what half of this movie is. David Cronenberg is giving you some pretty disturbing imagery along the way, but surgery is treated like such an arousing, it was so weird and disgusting, and I'm like, this isn't for me. There's an interpretive dancer who has prosthetic ears written all over him, and Viggo Mortensen has proven himself to be great in films in the past, but I don't know what he's doing here, because half the time he's doing this raspy, tough guy voice like a Clint Eastwood would have, but then there's certain points where it just feels like he just hit the highest peak of his excitement out of nowhere, and it's very off-putting. Granted, him and Leah Seydoux together are very off-putting, but these are supposed to be the heroes, and yet I didn't really find a single redeeming quality in their characters. The movie has an idea of what it wants to say in terms of art and creation and the evolution of art and how we should always preserve that evolution, but it's such a clumsy narrative that it's got no idea how to say this message correctly. As a matter of fact, I think the villain of this film succeeding in his plan would have made this a lot more exciting than it actually was. And okay, guys, I feel like there's gonna be some people who are really gonna delve into this film and examine it for all it's worth, but after sitting through it once and the slow pace to it and the clumsy presentation, I really don't have any desire to revisit this. Because when you try to meld together a David Fincher-style crime thriller, and then you try and meld it together with this really sensual imagery, it doesn't really add up, and these combined forces really don't meld well together for me, unfortunately. And yeah, especially towards the end of this film, the what the f*** moments just pile up, and I found myself laughing, and I don't think that this movie intended to be a comedy. And yeah, this is his first time directing a science fiction thriller since The Fly, but the thing is, The Fly had the charm to it with Jeff Goldblum in there, and you could still laugh at it because Jeff Goldblum's turning into a bug, and it's just so silly. A movie like Crimes of the Future takes itself too seriously to really have me get behind any of these characters. And yeah, the way this movie wraps up is supposed to leave it up to the ambiguity of the audience and their own interpretation, and it's kind of ironic because I was sitting there hoping for a lot more ambiguity than we actually got. So while the movie does have a solid message and some good glimmers of direction, this one, unfortunately, was not for me. I'm gonna give Crimes of the Future a D+. And I really hate to disappoint anybody watching this video, but that's just my opinion. That's how I felt. And that's the beauty of movies. You can go into this Crimes of the Future film and you can love it all you want. I'm not going to sit here and judge you too much. But unfortunately, this one just did not click with me. Let me know what you guys thought of Crimes of the Future down in the comments section below. What is your favorite David Cronenberg feature? Is it The Fly? Is it something else? Obviously, I love discussing all brand new things, movies and entertainment on the regular with you guys. So if you're new to the channel, if you're a brand new viewer, do consider smashing that subscribe button along with that notification bell right next to it. And feel free to leave a thumbs up on your way out. This is all tremendously helpful in continuing to grow this community that we've already built together. And yeah, there should be a lot more riveting stuff coming through the summer, like Jurassic World Dominion. I will be seeing that late Friday night on June 10th. I cannot wait to see it. I've already reviewed all 5 of the previous Jurassic Park movies on the channel. They're going to be in their own separate playlist. Later on this week, I'm also going to be trying to get my next retro Disney review out of the way. We're going to be looking at Ratatouille, which turns 15 this month, and it's perfect timing for Pixar's next feature-length film to hit theaters, finally, first time since 2020. We're going to be looking at Lightyear. Clearly a lot of exciting things we can look forward to, guys, but y'all are the best. Thank you all so very much for your support, and with all that being said, back talk, commence!